fool around there.
Well, don't recommend that for most people.
I don't recommend that at all.
Call the police.
Well, thank
for your
goodness he
cell
wasn't
phone.
armed.
Yes.
I mean, he may have been armed. I'm not sure. He may have had a knife, but he was not armed with a gun. 3 words for you, Paul: hot, hot, and hot.
We can do 3 different words: hazy, hot, and humid.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're taking it one step further.
More of the same. That kind of sophisticated analysis is what you get around here. The heat wave continues. Wednesday we hit 96. Thursday we hit 97. Yesterday we hit 98. Today we hit 98. Yesterday was our closest approach to a record high temperature. The record yesterday was 100 degrees on the button. Today's record high, 103. So we stayed 5 degrees away from that. But this is the 4th straight day that we've been within 5 degrees of the record high temperature. Tomorrow, it's still going to be hot. 96 degrees for a high temperature, just a little farther away from that record high of 103 degrees. In the heat and humidity, we did see a few spotty showers and thunder showers bubbling up this afternoon. But looking towards downtown right now, things are looking okay. It's still very warm. In fact, it's still hot out there right now. We'll check current temperatures in just a second. But first, let's check all the radars around us. We had those spotty showers and a couple of thunder showers out there, mainly east of I-65 initially, and then the southern part of the mid-state saw a few of those, including one still just barely showing up on the radar there in Lawrence County. But the bulk of the activity has been avoiding us once again today. I think that's going to change late tomorrow, and that's going to help to crack the worst of the heat wave. But I don't know if when you see the extended forecast, you're really going to call it relief. 95 degrees, the current temperature in Nashville. That is the current reading as of 6:18 in the evening. 95 degrees as well in Gallatin, still 96 degrees in Parsons. Just one spot in the upper 80s in Crossville. Our normal high temperatures are in the upper 80s. 89 is what we're supposed to max out at in Nashville, but we're well above that once again today, and it still feels hotter. 102, that current heat index right now in Nashville. Most locations dealing with triple-digit heat indices. As we head through the next few days, temperatures are going to back off a little bit, but it's not going to happen quite yet tomorrow. Temperatures are still going to be in the mid-80s by the time you're tuning in for News 4 at 10 o'clock, only dropping to the mid to upper 70s by early tomorrow morning, right back up to the low to mid-90s from midday through the afternoon until some rain, cool air begins to spread out. But the heat index is still going to be running between 100 and 105 degrees. That's why there's another heat advisory in effect for tomorrow. Goes until 7 o'clock, even an excessive heat warning, which is one step higher for the western counties in southern Kentucky. Another day just to take it easy in that heat and humidity because it's going to be oppressive out there once again. But a better chance of storms feeding on that heat and humidity, not so much in the morning. Any morning plans, there's an outside chance of a shower or storm, but the better chance is going to hold off until later in the afternoon. Mid-afternoon into the early evening hours is when we have the best chance of those scattered storms. If you pick any one spot on the map, it's only going to be about a 50-50 chance, but that's the best chance we've seen around here in quite a while. And a couple of those storms could be strong to maybe even severe. Overall, it's a marginal risk of severe weather. Damaging winds are going to be the main concern there. Can't rule out the possibility of large hail, but it's going to be hot enough that most of that should melt before it even reaches the ground. The unsettled weather pattern is going to continue next week because the upper level winds way up in the atmosphere, the storm track, are going to be out of the northwest. That is a notoriously tricky direction. So we're going to leave at least a decent chance of a few scattered thunderstorms in the forecast Monday through Friday. I think the best chances are going to be Monday and then again on Friday. Temperatures running near or slightly above average, low 90s, which is still hot. And there's still going to be plenty of humidity until we hit the end of the work week. By the time the Titans are kicking off training camp on Saturday, temperatures might only top out in the upper 80s. Fingers crossed for that. Chris?
That's right.